Hey, Jules Blessed Vegan. And as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. So, welcome, people. Yeah, I wanted to talk about plant based on a budget, which is kind of funny coming from me because I consider myself a newbie in this walk. But some people have been getting back to me and they're like, I don't know how you do it. I mean, it's so expensive to go plant based. And I'm like, you know what? It's not. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because I get it. It's a valid concern. And I think for me, the reason I am able to do this and understand it is because what I was doing in the beginning was I was buying all of my food that I was already eating, right? So the meat base, the standard American diet, like all of the regular food. And then kind of on the side, I was buying the new stuff, right? To go plant based. And so I was trying to get all organic no matter what. And I was, like trying to get fancy stuff if I could. And then all the toys that can go along with it. And the truth is, you don't need any toys at all. Hey, Annie. Nice to see you, darling. I'm talking about plant based on a budget because people are tripping. They're just like, how can you do it? It's so expensive. And I was just like, okay, now there's two schools of thought here. So one of them, of course, is raw. And if you're trying to go all organic and you're getting all the fruit and vegetables and everything and trying to go all organic and plant-based fats and stuff, it may seem a little more expensive. I'm not even going to worry about that phone. It might seem a little more expensive, but the truth is, when you measure, especially now, oh my gosh, with the COVID and with the post quarantine and everything like that, it's like I was looking at meat the other day for my husband, and oh my gosh, I can't. I mean, I'm almost happy that they're finally charging even the smallest amount of what it's worth, meaning you're taking a life to eat that dang thing. So it was astounding to see these containers of meat that were $35 or $50. I mean, they literally had like these two little, and I'm not going to call them steak because they're dead animals. Let's be fair. I know, yeah, it's true. But the dead animal, or what they call animal bits and pieces, they had two steaks. And I don't know, maybe they were 8 ounces each. I don't know. But it was like $55. I'm not even kidding you. And I was kind of like, right on, because honestly, you go somewhere, you go to like McDonald's, you go to, I don't even know where, Starbucks or something. And, they have the standard American diet, super cheap, and anything that has to do with plant based or raw is a luxury, right? You pay 3 times the price. I know the prices are just crazy right now, but side by side with those prices is the uptick of all of the diseases, right? All of the diseases. And so, in essence, we're paying to avoid that doctor. We're paying to keep the diseases at bay. And as you know, I mean, they were saying, oh my gosh, people stopped going to the doctor because, it was the COVID and they weren't getting all their checkups. Well, guess what they also weren't doing? They weren't eating properly. They weren't eating plant-based. They were continuing to aid in their disease. So by the time they checked in, whatever they were already doing towards poor health had multiplied exponentially. Let's be fair. So yeah, a friend of mine at school was like, I don't know how you can afford plant-based. I saw a couple of your videos and I was thinking I want to try it, but how? Well, like I was saying, the mistake is they're still buying all the standard American junk. And then on top of that, they're adding this second diet of plant-based or, raw vegan. And so what they have to do, like anyone who budgets well, is let go of a couple of these things in order to afford a couple of these things, right? And so I think that's probably what it is. Hey, Fifth Element. Yay. Thanks for checking in. I'm talking about plant-based on a budget. People are tripping. There's just like, there's no way to do it. And this is separate from raw. I mean, I'm definitely encouraging raw to no end. But okay, so what I was telling this person was, if you're thinking that meat, the cheapest meat, and of course that's a dead animal, let's always stay clear on that, is like $4 a pound, right? Well, think how much you can get for $4. I mean, if you got 4 pounds of apples, 4 pounds of greens, the actual heads of lettuce at the store, 4 pounds of bananas. It's a significant amount of food for that 1 pound of dead animal that people so readily get. Okay, so I was going through the list and because this guy is definitely just plant-based, right? Yeah, I know. Fruit is most expensive. That tells you something. Yeah, well, it's just sad, is what it tells us. And it tells us that people are terrifically unjust, right? Because they want to charge so much for what I refer to as God's food, of course. But they'll readily give the poison away, right? Like I think of a Happy Meal at McDonald's and oh, you can get a drink and a hamburger and fries, all this dead carcinogen nightmare for 2.99, right? But if you want a salad, they're 6.50. It's that kind of thing. And it's like, wait, what? Hooey whatty? We already know. So here was a basic list of things that honestly are less than $1 a pound. Beans, peas, lentils, potatoes, carrots, corn, onions, pepper, garlic, frozen vegetables, frozen fruit. You can often get like we have a place here called Winco. I didn't have it when I was growing up down the hill, but they have a place called Winco. And and even at our Dollar Tree, I was saying, in California, the Dollar Trees and the 99-cent stores, they have produce. They have fresh produce. They have frozen fruit and vegetables. And all those things are $1. They're all $1. So we're kind of lucky that way, I guess. But anyway, bananas, oranges, tomato sauce, tomato paste, sometimes peanut butter, oatmeal, brown rice, regular rice, pasta, noodles, like all those things people can get for $1, right? So what I'm saying is, let's go with good, better, best. I always go with good, better, best. Okay, the best is that there's no animal in the making of your food. There's no animal product. There's no dead animal in the making of your food. That's best for sure. Okay. Better is that, of course, whatever it is you're consuming is actually plant-based vegan rather than junk food vegan. That would be great. That'd be really great. And then good again is as long as there's no animal in it at all. So I kind of go with good, better, best. But this person was just tripping out and he's like, "You're crazy. I can't afford it." And I was like, well, let's go back. Are you still smoking? Because that's $10 a pack. Are you drinking? Because I don't even want to know how much it is for a 6-pack or whatever. Are you eating gallons of ice cream or like where is your money going in addition to claiming that, oh my gosh, plant-based is too expensive? And you know what? We already know. And girls, I'm speaking to the choir. Oh, because you girls already know. There's nothing more expensive than poor health. Nothing more expensive than poor health. That is straight up. So when the quarantine happened and everything, my husband and I bought some like 25-pound bags of beans, 25-pound bags of rice, because I knew it was something that was sustainable. It was something I could quickly make. And, for a 25-pound bag of like jasmine rice, it was about $10.99. And 25 pounds is a lot of servings. It's a lot of servings. It is live. Welcome, Saskia. Yay. Good to see you, darling. Girls, my gosh, you got a little party. I love it. I'm talking about why plant-based vegan is thought of as so expensive and yet it is so necessary. I know. Good to see you. So good to see you, even if virtually. So girls, help me out here. How do you make it happen? What is the one thing that you buy no matter what? You don't care what the price is. What is that one thing? I don't care what the price is, I'm buying it. For me, it might be an avocado. I have to be careful with avocados. Does anybody else feel like their avocados magically disintegrate into their food? Like, I don't even know. I chop them up and put them in there and then I just can't find them. I feel like they just disappear into my food. But I do love a good avocado. Yeah, banana. Come on. But like here though, I mean, honestly, I never find bananas for more than like the most I've paid for bananas is 69 cents a pound. Most of the time, they're 55 cents a pound. And sometimes they're only 44 cents a pound. So yeah, bananas, that's no worries at all. But some of the more expensive things that I'm like, oh, I'm just going to take the risk and buy it anyway. I'd have to say for sure that's an avocado. Um, what else would it be? I don't know. There's a couple of things, but for me, it's worth it. And again, I just told people, you know what? It's not that you can't afford it, it's that you haven't made it a priority and that you are still buying all the nonsense foods at the same time. So the plant based and all of that has become a burden on top of what you were already purchasing. And I'm saying purchase less of that standard American diet stuff and fill it in with more of that plant-based vegan stuff. That's it. Yeah, bananas and apples. Yeah, apples are a little bit of a surprise. Often gala apples are like the least expensive for sure. And what are those? What are the red ones called? Red delicious apples. Like all of those are often like 89 cents. um, Pink Lady is a little more for like a buck 29. There's a couple different in California. I mean, we just have so many choices of apples. But recently, they all jumped. They just all jumped to a minimum. Like the least expensive apples are a buck 29. The medium apples are more like 169 per pound, of course. And I'm not going to complain. It's God's food. I love it, and He'll provide. But it was a surprise. Yeah, I know, right? You cannot put a price on your health. That's so true, and yet we do it all the time. And you know, I'm so blessed because I play games sometimes with my food, and I'm certainly coming out of a very dark time where I put weight back on, and I was tricking myself on what I was consuming. But God is merciful, and for me, it's like I know that it is so worth it. I was going to say one of the things I probably pay a little more for is frozen fruit. I will definitely get most of my frozen organic fruit from Costco, and that's gone up a bit as well. So sometimes, excuse me, it's what used to be like 6.99 or 7.99 a bag is more like 9.99 or 11.99 a bag. But again, for the number of servings. It is so worth it. I got nothing, people. I got no complaints. Yeah, organic apples are 2.39 a pound. Sure, of course. And I don't know if there's some that's even more expensive than that here, but mostly and how many do you get in a pound? Like 3 or 4? I think I get about 3 apples per pound. It just depends on the size. Maybe 4. But hello, I just think my husband, he goes out and gets like a 1 liter Coke on the road, Coca-Cola, and it's like $3.20 just for that silly little poison. So do I mind paying 2.39 a pound for my apples and getting, 6 or 7 for the price of his Coke? No, I will do that all day long. And same thing, like so much of it, it's such beautiful, nourishing food. Oh my gosh, don't you get the difference when you eat something that just isn't versus something that's so good? Yeah, 3 to 4. Me too. Yeah. Yeah, frozen fruits are a little tricky, but hey, when they're all organic and they're so delicious and they make fantastic smoothies and a bag lasts for, 4 smoothies or something, I'm all in. Anyway, how fun, you guys. I love that you're here. I was taking a risk. Yeah, let me just say I know the list that I gave is not for my raw vegan diehards, but anything that's plant based does not have animal bits and pieces in it and encourages good health. I love it. So I'm going to go on that list again. Beans, peas, lentils. Of course, we love to sprout our lentils, right? Pea soup, fantastic. You can get a big bag of organic peas from Costco for like 6.99 and easily make a pea soup with that. So amazing. Potatoes, of course, you can't eat them raw, but a huge bag, like a 10-pound bag of potatoes, is like 3.99. Carrots, I get organic 5-pound bag of carrots for like 4.99 at Costco. Corn, again, that's one I love from Costco. I get the organic corn again about 6.99 for a gigantic bag. Onions, I'm not much of a raw onion girl, but my husband loves onions, and I happily get them. Pepper, I love it. Garlic, I'm okay. Um, Frozen vegetables, yeah, it's surprising. I know some people, again, in that raw vegan community say, well, Frozen vegetables are blanched no matter what. But blanched is not a first class crime. And because I can get them inexpensive and organic, I'm all in. Frozen fruit, again, love it. Organic, Costco's my number one, but they have some at Winco as well. Bananas all day long. Live for them. Oranges, don't even tell me. My husband gets me 25-pound bags of oranges like twice a week. Okay. I love oranges. And no, they're not ruining my teeth at all. Praise God. Tomato sauce, I'd like to make my own. Tomato paste. Peanut butter, I know, huge controversy. Oh my gosh, it's rancid and la la la. And yet they say at the same time, go ahead and make sure that you just get organic if you're going to dare to eat peanut butter. Um, Oatmeal, I don't use it anymore, but my husband does. I love it. It's got a bunch of great properties. And of course, it helps so much with lowering cholesterol. Some people like to make, I think oatmeal in itself is considered raw, and people like to pour it in and make like a little breakfast something or another. I'm not that familiar. Brown rice, pasta. You got to kind of have to look at pasta and make sure that there's nothing in there like whey or anything like that to make it animal, and noodles as well. But anyway, people, you can have your excuses all day long. My biggest clues are this: one, try and buy local if possible, especially from local farmers. Two, get frozen if you need to. It might be less expensive and it'll last longer. Three, be sure that as you are incorporating all the new plant-based vegan, raw vegan ingredients, that you're getting rid of some of the regular things that you buy all the time. And my husband and I have been finding that out a lot because we're kind of going to the covers and I'm like, "Hun, are you ever going to eat this? No, you bought that and that's not something I eat anymore," which is great. He's going in the right direction. And I'm like, fantastic. Let's donate it to the food bank, and let's make sure that out of habit, we don't continue to buy those things that don't serve us anymore. So I'm all in. I know plant based is something that can be done on a budget. I just think people need to reorganize their budget based on priority, right? Anyway, is that it, kids? So happy to have a class full of girls on my day off. This was President's Day. God bless anyone brave enough to be the president. It is not an easy job. But I was happy to chime in with my Jules Blessed Vegan group. Woo, woo. Love it all. Thanks, Fifth Element. Can I say, Frunden del Sonne? I don't know how to say it. Good ideas, yay me. Okay, I love it. Hey, if that can help anybody, I'm stoked. But yeah, I'm just happy to see you here, Saskia. I don't know what time it is. Hey, Google, what time is it in Germany?
The time in Germany is 10:40 p.m.
10:40 p.m. You are a crazy woman. You love oatmeal? I know, yeah. Anyway, yes. So Saskia, it's almost 11 o'clock at night. You're awesome. So girls, yeah, I've been trying to take care of myself. If you've been following me, I have been hurting. And I will tell you, today is my best day yet. My best day yet. I think it's partly because I did my eyebrows and my hair. Not really, but what it tells you is I finally had the courage to take care of myself because my pain is reduced. Yay, God. I mean, yes, I fell on that ice, but I honestly think it was some kind of a funky virus running through my body, which I am very much letting go. I'm so happy for that. Yeah, people do love that. All right. Anything else, friends? Because I am out of here. I'm actually on my way to the store, which is why this entire thing came up. It is windy and crazy, and we have weather coming tomorrow, which, compared to you girls, I got nothing. Weather's exciting for me in the high desert of California. For you, not so much. I get it. But I'm going to do it. Hey, I look super healthy. Yay. Oh my gosh. Okay, you're melting me. I need any good thoughts I can get. Honestly, I am so hard on myself. It's ridiculous. But yay, I'm just so glad I'll take it because, oh my gosh, people, one more thing, because I'm trying to go, but with my kidneys, right? Because I have a kidney disorder, and I don't own that. I don't own that because God actually had fixed it. Then I got into the food, I got into the craziness, my kidneys dropped. So for kidneys, you want it up, not down. So if you're like in your, late 40s, your early 50s. For most people, their kidneys, the GFR, which is the globular filtration rate, the rate at which you filter the poisons out of your body, would be about 95, maybe 98, maybe even 100. And at one point, mine was 32, which was horrific. I was just shy of being considered for dialysis. And then by grace, I got it up to 72, which they said could never happen. And then recently, when I faltered, it went back down. Oh, I know. And Luca, I pray for you, my friend. I pray for you, Luca, because you God has great plans for your life. Great plans. So that's cool. I'm glad you're not going. Turn that chick off, man. What is up with that California accent? Thank you, Luca. Anyway, yeah, so it fell to 58 and I freaked. And now it's up to 62. But the doctor was like, okay, there's a couple of ways for kidneys. One, get off medication, which praise God I did. Two, get the weight off, Juliana. What happened to that promise? Oh yeah. You mean padded organs aren't the best idea I've ever had? So anyway, I am back on plan, yay. And I have to go to the doctor literally 2 months from today to just get all reevaluated. I didn't even know the term nephrologist, which is the kind of doctor who deals with kidneys. What my prayer is, I stay well. I keep sharing with Jules Blessed Vegan because you're my crew. And in 2 months, they just go, what kidney problem? What kidney problem? That's what I'm looking for. All right. It's all good. So yeah, thank you as always, people. You're a blessing to my German family. Like if you like, join us if you haven't subscribed. Let me know in the comments below how I may support you. And until we talk again, best of all, know that you can do vegan on a budget. Let go of the nonsense. And until we talk again, know that you're blessed. Bye, you guys. You're a blessing to me.